Hi, this is Ralph at Rosa Pearly Stage, and I'm joining you today with Things to Live By. And today we're going to talk about race. And I've done about 4 segments on race, and my take on it is really to talk about it as a unifying factor. Um, Race is very remarkable, but it is tied to the human family. And within the family of humans, we have this categorization that does separate us in a way into groups, but we should want it to be a unifying force. Um, when we think of race, we think of the color of one's skin. And then, we can look further, and it actually does define your culture. It also can define your demographic area, your country of origin, your nationality. But today, these things are not all true, since we live in cities that are melting pots that consist of people of all races. So let's go deeper into race. We are going to talk about pigment and melanin. And one thing we do know about pigment and melanin is that this is one feature of the DNA that actually gives us our color. So within the remarkable blueprint of the human being, we have what is fascinating. We have the race factor, which is our pigment, our melanin, that gives us all our unique color that is unique within a certain peoples. So, but what happens if there is no race, there is no color? Well, that has happened within the human race, the human being, and it's usually known as a defect or a a lack of melanin, a defect within the DNA of an individual. And what happens, or the product is, I should say, is that you have an individual that is called albino. Now, albinos are known to each race group, but instead of seeing it as a defect, we can understand it as being the human being or the human species without the pigment or the blank template of one's skin. So, what is your template? Without pigment, your template is albino. You're pinkish to white color and you have blonde hair. And that's everyone across the board without pigment. So then what is pigment? What is race? Then pigment and melanin is your beauteous body paint, and everyone has it. So should it really be a dividing factor? No. In essence, we're all the same. We're waiting to receive our pigment and be painted, and our eyes are open to the beauty that we are as individuals. And then we can open our eyes to the beauty of our neighbor. And when we do, we learn about who they are, we learn about their culture, we become cultured individuals who want to delve in and want to increase our knowledge of our neighbor. So let us have the unifying force that wants and allows us to draw closer to people of different race groups, because we all are the same template.